Alright, so I'm doing a challenge trying to platinum every single game inside of the Ubisoft Plus game catalog on PlayStation. And if I can't do it before we hit 690,000 subscribers on YouTube, then I have to tattoo the platinum logo somewhere on my body. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Alright, so in my last video I said that I would most likely be playing Assassin's Creed games outright until finishing them because I have got to get this pain over with. Which is why today I chose to platinum Assassin's Creed Origins, the only Assassin's Creed game left that doesn't have an insane amount of online trophies. In fact, it has 0. The only real hard part about this game's platinum is this one trophy right here. It literally takes 15 plus hours of running around the map just to get, and it sucks the entire time. But Origins has a total of 51 trophies including the platinum. Takes around 50 hours to get, but I did it in 38. Sucker, take that. Oh my god! So the game first opens up with you playing as Bayek, who is the main character today. Also, Assassin's Creed Origins is sort of centered around the start of the Assassin's Brotherhood. And fun fact also for you, Bayek is the one who starts it, which is from my knowledge the reason we play as him all game long. Truly main character energy. But to start with, we do a tutorial boss fight against a man who is super overdressed for the desert. Hell, if we lose, he's gonna die to heat exhaustion anyway, so GG. But this Assassin's Creed game is very RPG-like and also super similar to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a game I just played, so I was low-key here for it. Anyways, next we just rode on horseback with one of the homies heading towards our city because we got love for it. You already know the vibes. Turns out though that we came here just to see an old lady. Wasted trip, just saying. We then did some target practice outside, but the archery session got cut short when the enemies pulled up and just sort of kicked us out of the house. It's honestly rude as hell, so then we just killed them all, and this also put an end to the tutorialness of this game. So now it's time to get to actually play it and start getting some juicy trophies. Now, Assassin's Creed Origins kind of has the typical AC formula where you sort of just go from enemy camp to enemy camp, killing innocent people or stealing stuff, sometimes even both. But after an hour in this first part of the game, Bayek ended up getting a flashback to a traumatic moment in his life, and we saw his child turn into a grown man right in front of our eyes. My reaction low-key would have been the same. So then we talked to a therapist and got a trophy for seeking mental help. And I actually got another one right after once I defeated this dude in a fight that had us surrounded by a ton of people cheering and probably eating scrumptious snacks. Anyways, the fight was easy. This dude was as fat as your mother, so here's the trophy. Next trophy up was then gotten after I had to sneak into the bathhouse and assassinate an evil man who was just taking a bath. Now there's a bro code in this world, and trying to take out one of your homies in the showers violates at least 5 of those bro codes at once. And I didn't even do it clean because I couldn't figure out how to get in without being seen, and I accidentally got too close alerting the guards. So it became an all-out cock-out wiener fist fight that lasted longer than than I did. But at the end of the day, I always win, and I did. Assassinating the evil guy, getting a trophy added on. What a good day's work. I then finally got a trophy that wasn't actually from the story, but just from me riding every vehicle type in the game. And there must not be many because I literally have rode like the horse and this. So here's that trophy, I guess. I also got one after from just running away from 3 hippos total in the game. And this is done by running away from 3 hippos. Why did I just explain that? I honestly don't know, but the trophy, look. I would then continue on doing assassin's work until we finally got our first assassination target and trophy from it. The dude's name was the Scarab, and instead of us doing a traditional assassination on him, we just watched as he slowly sank to the bottom. Much like Juice World, he can't breathe, but here's the trophy. Oh yeah, we also got thrown to a ship and had to do a naval mission also. I'm honestly not sure why this is even in the game because you literally just get thrown randomly into these and don't even have a ship outside of the missions. But it's whatever, you usually get a trophy after it, and I did right here. I then ran into my first tomb of the game. There's loads of these throughout that we will have to do in the future, but they are all honestly super simple. You just run through them, collecting loot until finding the relic at the end, grab it, and you've completed the tomb. But since this was my first one, I got a trophy, so that's even cooler. Next, I got to battle some black girl named the Hyena, or as her friends call her, Caliset. I see now why she likes to go by the name Hyena. That is one balls of a name. But anyway, she wasn't kicked up like Angel Reese, and we took her down pretty easily. Also, in the kill cam cutscene, she got like dragged away by wolves, and I'm starting to feel bad for these people. It was much more humane when we just sliced them and they died. But who cares actually? Here's the trophy pop. Oh yeah, and next I think we had a dream or something because this wasn't real as far as I know, but there was a giant ass fight with some big snake underground somewhere. Must be inside my cursed mind. But the fight was actually dope and I got a trophy after, so fun times. I then completed a quest after and I ended up getting enough XP to reach level 20 in the game, which gave me a trophy because the developers think they're funny. Leveling up in this game, by the way, is pretty much my only complaint. You essentially need to do every single side quest while playing the main story quest to be the correct level in order to continue it on. So that's kind of asked later, but the game is still good, don't worry. I won't trash on Origins for you all. Next, we did more quests like usual, and I ended up meeting Cleopatra, who is in the Assassin's Creed Origins universe, pretty much just to throw orgies all day, so that's kind of hype. However, we got a trophy after meeting her, so that's also hype. It then took me quite some time to get any more trophies because the story was getting a bit longer with the quest and level constraints, which is why the next trophy I got was just simply from me purchasing every single ability in one of the ability tree sections. And if you couldn't tell, I went for warrior because stealth is not my my best suit, but we all know this. Then I also got a trophy from just breaking 100 objects in the game. Now, if you remember back to Assassin's Creed Syndicate, there was also a trophy there from something like this. However, that version was absolutely AIDS and you legitimately had to grind for hours to get. Thankfully, in Origins, it's not hard at all because there is so many breakable things everywhere, so yeah, here's that trophy. And finally, I reached the conclusion of a questline called the Crocodile, and we were after an evil lady named the Crocodile. She, by the way, ended up just being an insane old lady. Those two actually go together quite more often than you'd expect, so I wasn't surprised when seeing how gone Grandma was. Back in her prime, she probably got ran through by Raquise and hasn't been the same. So yeah, here's that trophy. Oh yeah, and we also did some missions playing as Aya, who is Bayek's love, and also another Assassin's Creed female character. While playing as her in a mission though, I reached some distance totals for the triathlete trophy, which required you to swim for 1,500 meters, ride for 40 kilometers, and run for 10 kilometers. Never skip cardio unless you're Sam Sulek, and there's that trophy. I also then pretty quickly after got to raid a place called the Tomb of Alexander the Great. Sounds like someone great is buried there, which is why I also got to bury some other guy there with the wife in addition. Gotta love a good relationship building experience. Making memories is what life is meant for. Also getting PlayStation trophies, so here is the one from all of this torture we just put that man through within our love life. Speaking of love, this next boss fight with a main target of ours was actually insane, and I don't know if it's just me using a fire sword that made it more epic, but I think it definitely played a part, and I'm low-key proud of myself right now. So yeah, we had a fight against this dude named the Lion, or Falvius. I was also totally the right level, which made it interesting to say the least. But once I managed to finally poke him enough times with my sword, pause, we actually just got to see our son again, who is sadly gone, and low-key makes this game sad, I'm not gonna lie. They be making me get in the feels, and I really don't appreciate it. So yeah, there's that trophy anyway. There is now only one main story trophy left, and I got it a little bit after the last one. It had us basically just walk into Caesar's palace and assassinate Caesar. Turns out the brother was not liked, and I think everyone took a jab. I think he's good. He's good, guys. He's gone. You can stop now. Oh yeah, there is the final trophy pop. Assassin's Creed Origins story low-key goes hard. Sorry for not going super in depth with it, but that's not what the ItsIlusion channel is all about. So let's get to more trophies, damn it. It's stage 2 now, and this stage is composed of us just running around trying to basically complete everything. Yes, that is the goal, but not all side quests. Thank the Lord, Ubisoft. So first I went into the racing arena in this game because there's actually quite a few trophies from this place, and I also needed to win the legendary mount from here for another trophy. But first I got one from just simply eliminating an opponent, which is honestly hilarious every time because they just die. Sorry for the language, I'm a grown-up, I can swear if I want to. I then just won the tournament I was doing and also got a trophy from that called Ben-Hur. That's like a movie or something, right? I'm not sure. And about 50 minutes later, I finally finished every single tournament, winning them all also, might I add, because I'm just a Chad, which gave me the legendary mount. However, I still needed a legendary sword to complete the set, so I quickly got that and then got the trophy from having all legendary items equipped. I then did a trophy gotten from just walking out in the desert and waiting for the homie to get dehydrated to start seeing stuff. And if you're lucky, bugs will begin to rain, and the trophy will also pop. I then returned to the arena to battle some people this time because there's actually quite a few trophies here also, but first I got one from just finishing a boss off with an overpowered attack. This is just the special move attack that does a lot of damage, but it's a bit hard to get on a boss because they have loads of HP, so it's advised to literally just get them down to 0 and then use it. Big brain and big trophy. I then continued on with the arena fights until reaching the finale, fighting a big ass boy named the Slaver. Now here on the ItsIlusion channel, we do not condone slavery. That is bad, bad, bad. So I killed him. No mercy. And there is the last arena trophy. I then began the real open world grind. The only grind trophy, by the way, is called Old Habits. It is the main goal for the rest of this game. It takes over 15 hours of playtime, for me at least, which is about half of my total playtime overall. Thankfully though, on the way going after this, I did get numerous trophies naturally. First being from reaching the quote-unquote top of the world, as they say, and there's that trophy. I then found all of the hermit locations next, which are just these places where you literally go there and just sit on the ground, sometimes even next to dead people. It's a great ride, to be honest. I then completed my last side quest that had a trophy attributed to it called the 7 Farmers. We kill people, and here's the trophy. Yeah. I then defogged the entire map because I felt like it, and also it's very easy to do this. You just have to tip your toes in the region for it to get fully uncovered, so that's a major W from Ubisoft, which is rare. And since I've been to so many territories, I also just snapped a photo within 5 different ones for another trophy gotten right here. I then, for shits and giggles, just fast forwarded time until I did it 30 times total for a trophy because I felt like doing it, so I did. I am a god. I then completed 15 total underwater treasure hunts. These mostly are called shipwrecks around the map, but a few are called other things. Overall though, this trophy is kind of a bit bit weird to do because there really isn't a tracker for them, and you kind of have to just go around guessing and hoping you're doing the right thing for the trophy. You know, I gotta love those types of trophies, really making me question my life even more than I already am. Oh yeah, and I also ended up finally killing my first Phylax or something, which is a big boy enemy in all red that just comes running in from the damn shadows to mess you up. A lot like how your stepfather Trevor runs in to mess up your mom every night, so here's that trophy. Oh yeah, and then I finally used the eagle for 30 minutes a bit after that, which is a W. I was hoping I would get that naturally and not have to sit there with the eagle out. That's just wild. I then got a trophy from crafting 20 items, which are little upgrades for your person in relation to melee damage, health, and things like that. At this point, I was also, in my opinion, impossible to defeat because I was basically max level and had some really good ass items. So I decided to do this trophy specific elephant fight against Katesh and Reshef. Also, it turns out the elephant fights in this game fuck. Also, it turns out the elephant fights in this game are unironically the hardest thing. Yes, you heard me right. Boss battling an elephant is the hardest part of Assassin's Creed Origins. What kind of world are we living in? I'm honestly shocked PETA let this go. That's outrageous. But I did kill the shit out of these creatures and got the trophy. So PETA, you can suck a fat one. Alright, continuing on, I ended up defeating 8 ship captains next. These guys are all just a part of objectives for the ship camps around the map that are a part of the 100% completion for that one trophy. Anyways, the trophy gotten here was a reference at AC Black Flag, and I'm again asking you guys to please join the Discord down below so I have people to assist me with that game because the online is so balls. Thankfully though, I got a trophy after that was a bit more relaxed, and it was just from completing all of these stargazing little mini games around the map. And fun fact, if you take too long doing one, you get forced to listen to sad talk between Bayek and his son who is dead, which is not good. And then the next trophy I got was finally, and I mean finally, the Old Habits one, which I have been desperately chasing from completing everything. That actually sucked, and it low-key reminded me way too much of Valhalla, which is low-key similar to this game in terms of trophies, except it's just like 10 times more grindy. So now that the real agony is over, it's time to do the remaining trophies I have left, which are almost all just specific kill activities I didn't get around to doing. And first was from getting a triple kill with 1 slash of the good old sword. And even with the method of piling up bodies from the ground, it's still kind of hard to do because you have to be very precise and lucky with the guy's swing animation. And I honestly don't know how I got it here, but I did, so there's the trophy. I then got a predator bow kill from over 60 meters, which isn't even hard because you can control the arrow with the force, so W game. I then took a dead guard that I just killed all the way to a hyena den and had him get eaten. But don't worry, he wasn't alive, so he didn't suffer. How nice of me, yes, I know. I also got a headshot kill with a bow and arrow midair because I'm the GOAT. Ignore the fact that I fucking died after, it's fine. And then I killed 10 enemies in a row without being seen. And yes, I just now did this, which means I did not go stealth one bit this entire playthrough. But who cares? There's the trophy. My next 2 trophies then sort of coincided with each other because I had to tame a lion and bring it to a crocodile. So I tamed the lion and got a trophy from that. But then I also dragged the poor guy all the way to a crocodile den. And I mean, come on, this is just animal abuse at this point. But, you know, bro left that fight looking like his girl had a period. Next trophy I got was then just from poisoning an enemy and killing it with a torch within 30 seconds. This is insanely easy and they make it sound hard, but it's not because finishing in 30 seconds is easy. Let me tell you, personal experience. And my next 2 trophies before the final one were both also super easy. First was just from selling 100 trinkets at once, which could be missable if you're an idiot and sell everything all the time, but I didn't at all the whole game, so I had absolutely no problems doing this. And then I solved, or rather looked at the trophy guide to tell me where to solve this riddle for a trophy. Now, the last trophy I had left was called Boom, and it's from killing 30 enemies by shooting oil jars with fire arrows. Now this is honestly kind of annoying as shit because as far as I know the enemies don't stack, which means you need to use 1 jar per enemy. Regardless though, you can farm it very easily at this camp, and I got the trophy not too long after with the platinum trophy pop along with it. So that was the Assassin's Creed Origins platinum trophy experience. Overall the game is pretty good. I didn't run into any issues with it aside from the slow leveling within the main story, but who really cares? It is an RPG. These games are supposed to be longer than dick. So yeah, rating it out of 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 7. It's a good game and I'd honestly play it again. Well, you know, the next 2 videos are most likely gonna be Assassin's Creed also. Throw up a prayer for your brother in the comments. I'm gonna need it, and I'll see you then. Unless I don't, then that's sad. Okay, I'm gonna fuck. I don't even know where this is going, but I'm gonna go now.